Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello everyone and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is being safe and road safety. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we know that we need to sanitize. So let's rub our sanitizer inside our hands, around our hands, in between our fingers, on our wrists, and our fingertips too. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be doing vocabulary, sight words, multiplication, and our phonics B and D. For our lesson now, boys and girls, let's all go to page 17. On page 17, we are going to be doing our vocabulary words and our sight words. It's going to be our job to first read the words and then look for them in the word search below. We have the words went, ride, pedestrian, like, well, yes. On the other side, we have soon, there, vehicle, traffic, they. Now, some of these words are new to you, so I'm only going to explain the ones that I think you may not know. The first one that I'm going to explain is the word pedestrian. Now, the word pedestrian means someone who is traveling by foot, meaning that they are walking from one place going to another place. A pedestrian is someone who also uses the roads but may have a separate lane that is different from the cars. The next word is the word vehicle. Now, a vehicle is something that travels on the road. It can be a bus, a car, a truck. Any sort of vehicle that has 4 wheels is a vehicle. An ambulance and some trucks have more than 4 wheels, so they are still vehicles. The next word that I want to explain to you is the word traffic. Now, traffic describes how cars and vehicles and everything that moves on the road, how it actually moves. So, you can have a bicycle, a car, a truck moving on the road. All those things, when they come together, going in one direction, is called traffic. Traffic is normally high in the mornings where people are going to work and to school. And then late afternoon where people are going home from work or school or the shops. So that is traffic. So now that we know what our new words mean as well as our old ones, we are going to try and find some of these words in our word search. So let's do a few of them together. Now I have the words like, there, went, they, ride, and well. We're going to take a look and try and find at least 3 of them together. So the first one that I want us to try and find is the word like. Now we're going to start with the L because that's the one that's going to tell us which word, or rather if we can find the word. I'm going to start by looking down because remember, you can either start by going across or looking down. There is no L here or here. Yes, I've found an L. Now I need an I. I've found an I, but there is no K before the E. So that is not our word. Let's keep going down. We have another L, and then we have an I, a K, and an E. So this is our word like. Circle your word carefully, making sure you go around all the letters and then go right back up where you started. And then cross out the word so that you don't look for it again. The next word that we're going to do is there. We're going to focus on our T to start with. Now remember, you can start by searching across or down. Since we started going down, we can do across. There is a T here, and an H, and an E, but there is no R. So this is not my word there. Let's continue. There is nothing here for T. There is nothing here for T again. There is nothing here for T. There is a T here, but we need an H, and we don't see any H nearby. So it is not the T we are looking for. Let's continue. There is nothing here. There is nothing there. And there is a T that we have seen. So we have a T at the bottom. Now we need to look for an H near the T. So we have a T and there is an H there. The next one is an E and an R and another E. So we have found our word there. But they have decided to try and trick you. The there that we have found is actually in reverse, where we can see our T at the bottom. So pay very close attention to words that might be reversed. Take your time when you're looking for your word search. If you find that you cannot find the word, then it's either it is reversed or going diagonally. Let's see if we can find the last one together. We're going to look for the word went, starting with our W. Now, since we started going down and then we did it across, let's go down again. We have a W here. We need an E. There's an E close by, and then an N. But there is no N here. So this is not the W we are looking for. Even on the other side, we have a W, an E, but there's no N still. So we need to leave this W and look for others. Let's go. There is no W here. No W here as well. There is no W so far. I can't find one. There's one. So we have a W and we need to look for an E. There is an E, but there is no N. So we cannot use this way. Let's try the E on top. We have an E and an N and a T. So we have found our word went, and it is also reversed like our word there. So we can start from our W and work our way up and over our T, which is our last letter for went, and back down again. Remember also, sometimes a letter can be shared with two words. This letter E is being shared with the word like. And then this letter E is also being shared with the word went. So I encourage you to try and do your word search with different colors. That way you won't get confused if you have certain letters sharing with others. So take your time, boys and girls. Remember, some of our words might be reversed. So if you can't find a word the first time, try and look for it the other way around. I'll see you when you're done after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Now, boys and girls, let's move on to the next page, page 18. On page 18, we are going to be doing multiplication. Now, this is very simple because multiplication, my dear friends, is just repeated addition. We're going to do the first four together. Now, even though they've given you the hands to work with, I want to show you what I mean by saying repeated addition. Let's take a look at the board. So the first four that we're going to do are on the board already, but I want to show you how you can get the answers for each. The first one says 1 set of 5 equals. That's the same as saying 1 times 5. So the set of that they're asking you to do is to draw 1. So we're going to draw 1 set. And then in that set, we are going to put 5. Now you have 5 fingers in your booklet. So today we're going to put 5 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have completed it. It's one set of 5 things, the same as it's written. For us to get our answer, we need to count what is inside all of the sets. In this case, we only have one set, and that one set has 5. So our answer is 5. One set of 5 equals 5. Let's move on to the next one, where it's now asking for 2 sets. 2 times 5 equals dash. So that means we are doing 2 sets of 5. We already have one set, so that means we need to draw another set. And then in that set, we need to draw 5 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, for us to get that answer, we need to count what is in both sets, like we are adding. We already know the first set has 5, so we are going to count on 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that means 2 sets that have 5 in each of them will give us 10. So there we go. Very simple. The next one we're going to do says 3 sets of 5, which is the same as saying 3 times 5. Now we already have 2 sets. So we are going to draw a third one to make them 3. And then in each set, we need to put 5. We have 5 here already, another 5 here. So let's continue and draw another 5. 4 and 5. Now we have 3 sets, each set having 5. So to continue, we already know that 2 sets gives us 10. So we are counting on from 10 so we can find the answer when we have 3 sets. So we say 10 is already there, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So our answer when we have 3 sets and each of them has 5 is 15. The last one we're going to do today says 4 times 5, which is the same as saying 4 sets of 5. So, for us to get our answer, we need to draw 4 sets. Now we already have 3, which means we need to draw one more set to make them 4. And then we are saying that each set has 5. We know that our 3 sets have 5, so we need to draw 5 in the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, after doing that, we need to add everything together. So, these sets, we already know our answer. If we get 3, is 15. We now need to count this one as well. So we're going to say 15 is already there, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So our answer, boys and girls, is 20. So go ahead and complete your exercise for today. Don't forget that multiplication is just repeated addition. You saw that as we went on, we added more sets to get our answers. If you need to do what I have done so that you can understand, that's okay too. Or you can simply count the fingers that you can see in your exercise. Have fun, and I'll see you when you're done after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 10 different languages.
For our last exercise today, grade 2s, let's all go to page 19. On page 19, we are going to be doing the phonics sound B and D. It's going to be our job to make sure that we are going to be doing D and B. Now, we already know what D and B look like, but we need to keep on practicing our writing. So, you're going to trace the words B and D. Here in the classroom, I also have B and D. Now, as you can see, we have our B. This is our capital letter B. And then our small letter B. Then we have our D. We have a capital letter D and our small letter D. So go ahead and use them for your work. Then after that, the fun begins. We are going to decide whether we're going to be using D or B. So we have our D. And then the next one we're going to be using is B. Now I know some of you might confuse the two letters. So this is a good chance for you to remember. Now, our small letter B has a big stomach. You can see that it goes forward. And when we say the sound, it is B. So the B has a big tummy. And you can see that it really sticks out. Then our small letter D has a big bottom. You can see that just like a duck, the bottom is the one that is big. So this is how you remember. B for belly, the big stomach for the B. And then D for duck, because the duck has a big bottom. I hope you don't forget now. So, as we are remembering, the fun part begins when we are now trying to use either b or d for our words. So the first thing that we're going to take a look at is something that ends with oat. Do we say dote or boat? Let's see. This is the item that we are talking about. So, do we say dote or boat? If you said the word boat, well done. So go ahead. If you can see a boat there, you can use it. But we are doing our own so that you know what to do in your exercise. The next thing that we can see is the sound rum. Rum. This is the item that we want to name. So, do we say drum or bram? Take a good look at the item. Do we say drum or bram? If you said that this is a drum, well done. So we are going to put our d. The next one has ug for the last letters. This is the item that we want to try and name. Do we say dug or bug? Take a good look at the item. We can find it outside and sometimes in the house. This is a bug. Well done. So if you said the word bug, good job. The next one ends with esk. Esk. This is the item we are trying to describe. This one right here. Do we say desk or besk? If you said that we say besk, you would be wrong. This item that I am touching and trying to lift up is called a desk. So go ahead and put a D for the word desk. Then we have another one that ends with ooks. Ooks. This or these are the items that we are going to try and name. So, do we say doosk or books? If you said we say doosk, oh my goodness, I've never heard of anything called a doosk, but I definitely know a book. And when there are many, we say books. So, we are going to put a B for the books. Then the next item that we're going to try and describe is in my hands. This item here has onky at the end. So, do we say donkey or bonky? Take a good look at the item. If you said we say bonky, oh, I've never seen a bonky in my life. But if you said donkey, well done. This is a donkey. So we're going to go ahead and put a D. Then the last item we're going to describe is the one on the table. This one makes a loud noise. Do we say the word Dell or bell? Which one is the correct one? Well, if you said the word bell, well done, good job. So go ahead and put a B. So boys and girls, take a good look at all the pictures in your exercise. Try and use both phonetic sounds to make the word. The one that sounds like the one we use is the correct one. Have fun with this exercise, and when you're done, double check. I'll see you after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Boys and girls, we have now come to the end of our lesson, and I hope you had fun. Remember, if you're not sure what to do or you got confused, that's okay. You can ask an adult for help, but make sure that you finish your work by yourself. So now that we are done with our lesson, it's time to sanitize. Remember, when we sanitize, we're trying to show the world how responsible we are. So sanitize as regularly as possible. Then make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. Sashi was supposed to come and say hi to us, but I haven't seen him yet. Has anyone seen Sashi? Oh, there you are, Sashi. Hello. So, from Sashi and I, we would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, MyZone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.